We got a good morning. All right. Just want to get right. Grand rising, my people. Grand rising, my people. Oh, let me do something about that. There we go. So yesterday, as I was doing my live, I was looking for something. I finally found it. What I want to speak on about slightly today, and I'm gonna get to something else too. The importance on trying to hold on to your energy, because your energy could be easily lost when you deal with certain individuals. Your energy could be easily lost just in you just moving around in your everyday life. Your energy could be easily lost just by overthinking certain situations. Like, there's many ways that you could that you could lose your energy, you know. So but in many ways that you lose your energy, though, for real, is when you deal with the people around you. See, your spirit is going to let you know where your energy lies. You gonna feel your energy is gonna be low, but your spirit also gonna give you some signs as well. You know what I'm saying? Because your spirit gonna recognize that your energy is low. It can, you know, it's gonna do that. And so, start paying attention to what's dropping your energy. You know what I'm saying? So you can start pointing these things out, and you can start moving at them to where you can start getting better results. You can start attacking these things to where you can start getting different results, because again, you want to maintain your energy as much as you can. And I'm gonna tell you, man, listen, maintaining your energy sometimes don't come easy, because in the process of maintaining your energy, it's gonna be little spurs in there, okay? It's gonna be little spurs in there where it's gonna feel like you being tested. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like you being tested. And you're gonna have to be able to prove that, hey, either you strong or you ain't. Either you strong or you ain't, you know, and there is no in between. You know, you working on it. That's what you're doing. Because with me telling y'all this stuff right here, certain things that I be telling y'all, sometimes that stuff, it'll come like, okay, well, I heard you say it, now here go your test. And then it'll say boom. And there's a test right there. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful of that right there. So here's what I wanted to say today on this live right here, because I'm going to tell you how you can spot yourself some bad spirit people, man. This was sent to me a while ago. I never got around to it. But you going to spot yourself some bad people. And some of these people right here, some of them don't mean you well. Some of them don't mean you well. But I'm going to tell you, I will tell you how you can go by spotting them. And I'm going to give you at least 20 things. I could name you, I could run you down at least 20 things to spot for. Now, on the physical realm in which we live in, we call it toxic. You know, on the physical realm, we call it toxic. For me, on the spirit realm, I'm going to call it demonic. I don't care what nobody say. Now, this is just me. It's demonic traits. You know what I'm saying? That not of the righteous, so to say. If you know somebody that you deal with that have at least 5 of the 20 things that I'm going to name, might want to pay attention. You know what I mean? Because these right here, things right here that I'm about to name are the things that pulls at your energy. And in some cases, you may know some people like this or you may not. But just look at who you deal with on the daily. Look at who you talk to on the daily, you know, and see if any of this stuff right here matches up, okay? So one thing that you want to look out for in this person, whoever it may be, one thing that you might want to look out for is the way that they criticize you. You know what I'm saying? See, it's one thing to criticize somebody because you want to see them do better. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna feel like that. This type of criticism doesn't feel like constructive criticism, okay? So this person always criticize you, always got something to say about what you got going on, and it is typically never positive, okay? That right there is that right there. So the next one is going to be the way that they drain your energy. You always, something about that, it could be their presence. Sometimes they never have to necessarily even say anything. It could just be their presence sometimes is so negative that it will pull a lag. It will pull a drain on your energy. And you wonder where it came from. Well, it came from the person that you hang around, you know, but you probably never thought about that because they so close to you. Okay. The third thing is if you ever in a situation with these people, what will happen is they won't apologize for none of their wrongdoing. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna apologize. That's one thing that they don't believe in. See, a righteous person, when they do something wrong and they recognize that they did something wrong, a righteous person will acknowledge that. They will come back and they will say, hey, I was wrong. They'll take accountability for it. You know what I'm saying? But not these people right here. These people won't do that on the physical end. On the spirit realm, that's why I'm talking about. This is what I call demonic. These are demons, in my opinion. Another thing they like to do, they like to manipulate a situation. Okay, that's part of that's part of their spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's to manipulate a situation. Now, in order for you to manipulate a situation, you got to think about that. That comes from up here. Okay, so if it's coming from up here, it's coming from a spirit. It's coming from a spot where you know exactly what you are doing. Now, to the other person, they might not know. Okay, they might not know. But when you find out about it, when you finally do find out about it, the fifth thing they're gonna do is they're gonna guilt trip you. Oh no, they're gonna guilt trip you. Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're going to try to make you feel guilty about certain things that you probably found out about that they didn't know that you found out about. And because you found out about it, they're going to try to flip it around. You know what I'm saying? And they're going try to make you feel guilty for it. Not only that right there, number 6, they're going to lie. You know what I'm saying? See, when you dealing with a righteous spirit, it's going to tell you the truth. And I know that right there firsthand because remember, I used to tell y'all when my spirit guides was talking to me, it was telling me stuff that I didn't want to hear at times when I didn't want to hear it at all. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the stuff that you was telling me at the times when I was down, you know? So I know that right there firsthand. When your real spirit is talking to you, your spirit is going to tell you the truth and it doesn't care about the way you feel. To be honest with you, it's always gonna feel that way. So you're going to know when that other individual is lying, and that right there is not a good spirit. That's not part of the good spirit because number 7 is gonna always be that it's something negative about them. Okay. It's always a negative conversation. They saying something negative about somebody else. You don't get nothing positive out of them. Okay. This right here, and you got to think about it, this right here are the people that you hang around unconsciously, this right here is pulling at your energy. This is why I keep on trying to tell y'all, you got to watch your energy, man. Watch your energy. Cause these right here are some of the ways that people will tug at your energy. If y'all heard any of these, I'm going to go back over all of them when I get done with them. But if y'all done heard any of these right here, I say at least 5 of them. If it matches any, hey, you need to do some work and pay attention to the other ones. Okay. Another thing, if you ever heard these people gossip about other people, they'll gossip about you. Flat out. End of story. 100%. If you ever heard these people gossip about other people, then you know that they'll gossip about you. You see what I'm saying? You pay attention. Let your spirit, let your energy pay attention to these type of things right here. Because when you allow your spirit to pay attention to these type of things, you will be able to move a little better. You know, you moving blindly while this stuff is happening to you. You wondering why your energy drained and why you can't get nowhere and you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? They gossiping about other people. They're going to gossip about you. Okay? That right there isn't that of a righteous spirit. You know what I'm saying? Not in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And then, so let's just say, for instance, leading into my number 9, another thing that they probably won't, that you probably won't get a lot of, they won't support your success. Okay. So your success won't be important to these people. They might, again, the silent clap, and they might smile. And they might act like they good for, you know, it's like a person that really, support your success. You're going to genuinely feel it. They're going to genuinely show it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel it. It ain't just going to feel like, yeah, I'm just saying that, this, that, and that. Some people will give you that support, and then attached to that support, you can feel the envy with it. You see what I'm saying? Them wanting it to be them. But on the surface, they try to make it look like, you know, on the physical end, they try to make it look like that they all for you. But in all actuality, they not really supporting your success. They not, because they not going to do nothing to push you further to get more in the area in which you're going. You know what I'm saying? So they not really, supporting your success. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, they don't take accountability for their problems. This right here is what happens. A righteous spirit is not going to do that. It's going to take accountability. Remember, I was telling you, when I was doing what I was doing with my spirit in, it was making me hold accountability even for stuff that I wasn't even responsible for, man. It wasn't, that's what it was doing. It was holding me accountable for stuff that I wasn't even responsible for, that I had to sit back and really think on alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and so when you do that and you do the work on that right there, you will see when other people haven't did that work. Okay? This is the reason why it's important to conserve your own energy, so you can be able to do that work. So you can have that energy to be able to look inside some of these things that I'm talking about, y'all, and be able to counter those things. You know what I'm saying? So you could protect your energy, because after them blaming you for their problems and them not taking no accountability for whatever problems that they may have had, you know. And this is anybody, y'all. I'm telling you, this right here is anybody. This is anybody. This right here stretches across the board. I don't care who they are. This go from great grandparent all the way down to your child and everything in between. Nobody is off the list. Okay. Nobody is off the list. Another thing they'll do, they will ignore your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a certain boundary set, you know what I'm saying, where you don't like certain things, like I know some females, like for instance, some females, they don't like to be called the B word. But because it's so common with the group of females that's around, when the new girl come around and they call her the B word, if she checked them, then they're going to know from that point forward, nah, that ain't that, you know, cause she said something about it. But if she allowed that to go on from that point forward, she going to be she initiated with them. You see what I'm saying? She initiated with them. So So it's very important to have boundaries. And one thing that a person that don't have a good spirit, one thing that you will notice is they like to break boundaries. They it doesn't matter. Your boundaries means nothing to them. And then right after they break your boundaries for number 12, what they gonna do is they gonna play the victim. Oh yeah. See, over on the spirit realm, you don't play victim, you take accountability. You see what I'm saying? And you use a great deal of discernment as well. You use a great deal of discipline as well. See, over there, there's no accountability. There's no accountability over there on that end. You better believe it. So if there's no accountability, then there's going to be somebody to play victim. Now, remember when I told y'all back in one of my other videos, I told y'all it's not good to play victim. Victim is territory that you don't want to be in, because nobody wants to be a victim except those that are looking for pity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being a victim is forced upon you, but it's up to you on how long you carry that victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? Nobody typically chooses to be a victim in many cases, but a victim is not where you want to be at. But some of these people play the victim because it gets them attention. You see what I'm saying? And they rather play the victim and get the attention, you know what I'm saying, rather than hurry up and get out that victim mindset so you can start moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Playing the victim. Listen, I'm going to say this again. On that victim, when it comes down to that victim mentality, in order for you to be a victim, something has to happen to you. Okay? Out of your control. Something typically has to happen to you out of your control that's not good. Okay? And a victim typically loses. They lose. And I'm not saying they lose by default, not because they played the game. And typically a victim lose by default. They were the victim. They lost whatever it was that they were a victim to. Okay? So you want to get out those waters. But them, they rest in those waters. You know what I'm saying? Those type of demons, they rest in those type of waters where they play the victim. They also, for 13, they create unnecessary drama. Have you ever been there? You ever been around somebody that just create unnecessary drama for no reason? And they like that with a bunch of people. So you know when this person come around, watch out, man, because this person talk too much. Oh, man, this person full of drama. This is the reason why I don't go around this person right here, because she always like this or he always like that. They always got some mess going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when there is no problem, you will create one just out of nowhere. Sometimes it be out of nowhere. Pay attention to that stuff, man. That stuff tugs away at your energy. You see what I'm saying? It tugs away at your energy. This is the stuff that happens. That stuff. And so here go another one that will happen in certain situations, depending on what it is. They can make you feel small. You know what I'm saying? They can make you feel small. It's like, and the reason why they making you feel small is so they can feel big. You see what I'm saying? For some odd reason, they feel like this type of spirit, they always want to have a one-up on you. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, they might have a one-up on you that you don't know about. But in many cases, you might have some one-ups on them that they don't know about. You see what I'm saying? See, this thing right here, when it comes down to this person right here, or this spirit, see, this spirit right here ain't gonna move, ain't gonna move in a way to where you will be able to get some type of energy from them that's gonna allow you to flourish. You see what I'm saying? That's not going to happen from this type of energy. So if that's not happening, then it's a good chance that you are being drained. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting no substance. You're not getting no nutrition from that person, spirit wise. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting nothing from them energetically that can help you operate. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting the right type of oil in the motor. You see? And so, number 15 is, what will happen is a lot of times they only talk about theyself. They selfish. You know what I'm saying? These are some selfish people. They talk about themselves. And not only do they talk about themselves, they talk about themselves so much to the point to where they're trying to overshine what you got going on. So for instance, if you tell them that, hey, I just built a porch and it came out pretty well. I did it for the first time and here go the pictures. They'll look at it and they say, oh man, I built a deck that ran from downstairs all the way around the building up. And I did that in 3 days without no help and no nothing. I did it all off of nothing. You see, they always trying to have something over you. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. If you dealing with any of these type of people right here, there's a good chance your energy is being drained. It's a good chance that your energy is being drained. You know what I'm saying? And then, not only that right there, sometimes these people will pressure you into stuff. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to pressure you into some stuff that you don't want to do. In some cases, this right here, it could be a parent. It could be a grandparent. You know, the older generation of people, they really good at pressuring you into doing stuff that you don't want to do. But, and when you don't want to do it, the pressure comes in when they tell you that you being disrespectful or you being rude or, you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. You know, when you don't do stuff the way that these people want you to do, you know, then typically what happens is they'll try to pressure you into it on the guilt trip so much to the point to where you be like, all right, man, you would just give in and go ahead and do it. You feel bad in the process. They getting done with what they need done. But while you doing it, your energy went down. See, you can't get no energy. You just lost some energy. You gave in and you went on ahead and you took them to the store, even though you knew that you ain't had the gas to do it. You know what I'm saying? You went and ran them to the bank. You know what I'm saying? You went and let them use, you know, your last resources, even though you know that you didn't have it, but it sounded like what they had to do was a little bit more important, I guess, and you just wanted to be a helping hand. And guess what? They took advantage of it. Some of these people, they take advantage of it because as long as you giving, a taker ain't got no problem with taking. They not going to stop taking. Okay? They not going to stop taking. You got to stop giving. That's just how that works. A taker don't never get tired of taking. Okay? And then, for number 17, if you notice how they are around other people when it comes down to their kindness. Pay attention to their kindness. Are they kind to other people? What is their outlook on the world to other individuals? You know what I'm saying? This right here is how you gonna spot all these demons and stuff like this right here. Okay? They gonna show they gonna show some fake kindness. It ain't gonna be genuine, and you're going to feel it. You're going to know about it. It's not going to be genuine. Your spirit is going to tell you everything. Get in tune with your spirit so you will know when you feel that energy rise or fall. You will know if the other person is genuine. You will know if you need some work that needs to be done. Because I'm telling y'all, it be times, even though I'm telling y'all this stuff right here, I don't have it all down now. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I don't have it all down. But even with me telling y'all this right here, it's some points in me where I know it'd be like, man, you need to work right there. That's where you need to work at. And I pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And where you need to work at typically doesn't feel good. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not something that you typically feel good about. And I think that's what everybody be dodging, that work. But I'm telling you, it is that way. So here's the thing. Another one that they'll do, number 18. And like, let's just say, for instance, I'm gonna give an example. They want to compete instead of celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So when you came around with that brand new car, you know what I mean? When you came around with that brand new car, it was brand new to you. This 2025. You came around with a 2015, but it was new to you. And guess what? They looked at it. They probably smiled, but they came over there and tried to show you they new 2025. You see what I'm saying? Again, the silent clap. The silent clap, y'all. Silent clap. This is what they were doing. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't really happy for you as you thought they would. And you will feel that, man, when you come around certain people with certain ideas and you see that these people aren't as happy for you as you thought that they would be when you brought them that idea, you gonna feel it. Don't ignore that right there. I'm telling you, that's the main thing right there. You don't ignore that part. Don't ignore that, because that's gonna tell you who you're dealing with. At least that's gonna open up your eyes. At bare minimum, it's gonna open up your eyes to who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna open up your eyes to who you dealing with. And then, number 19, they don't respect your time. Okay? These people don't respect your time. Some of these people don't respect your time. You tell these people to be here at a certain time and they get there on their own time. This thing starts at 4 o'clock. I need you here at 3:45, you late. Okay? But no, you want to show up at 4:30. You want to show up at 4:45. You want to be the center of attention. You don't want to get there on time because you don't want to seem like you. No. Get there on time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then not even so much of that. If you got something to do, but they need something done, they'll try to, depending on what you got to do, they'll try to minimize, and depending on who you are, they'll try to minimize what you got to do to get what they need done. See what I'm saying? No respect for your time. They don't have respect for your time. You on your way to work. You decide that, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you to the store, to the gas station, wherever you need to go. But I'm on the time frame, okay? So I need you to be in and be out, okay? You pull up to the house, you gotta wait on them. It is 5 minutes later, you blowing your horn, you calling, they ain't gonna answer the phone. They see you calling and they know what you calling for. They ain't gonna answer the phone. What they gonna do? They gonna try to walk out the house like they was on their way out the house and all this stuff, and they supposed to been ready. They on your time. They get in the store, they having conversations and they taking their sweet time, and then they probably want you to stop somewhere else on the way back home. They have no respect for your time. You know what I'm saying? Period. And then one thing, another thing that they're going to do, the last thing that I'm going to say out these 20 things that I just named, out the 19 things I just named, the 20th thing that I'm going to name is they make you doubt yourself. Okay? Some of these people will make you doubt yourself. And if you're not strong up here, you will do that. You will start doubting yourself. You'll start reevaluating yourself. You'll be second guessing yourself dealing with some of these people when you know you're not crazy. You know you're not crazy. And see, that's the thing. All that right there is messing with this right here. Okay? All that is messing with this right here. If you got all this stuff right here going on with you, it's a good chance you need to sit back and again, do some type of evaluation on yourself and the people that's around you and the energy that they bring when they come with you. You saying? When they come around you, I'm telling you, because these things right here, there's no way a sane person can be sane around a bunch of people that think like this. Now just think, if you got one person that carry more than, the reason why I say at least 5, because I'm going to give you at least 20%. If you believe in the 80-20 rule, I give you 5 of these 20 things right here that you just said, that I just said. Okay? I give you 5 of them. If they possess more than five or more of these right here, you probably need to pay attention. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run them down. I'm going to run down all 20 of them. Okay? Here's what happens. They make you doubt yourself. They criticize you. They drain your energy. They don't respect your time. They never apologize. They compete instead of celebrate. They manipulate situations. They guilt trip you. They often lie. They're always negative. They gossip about others. They never support your success. They blame you for their problems. They pressure you into things. They show fake kindness. They only talk about themselves. They create unnecessary drama. They make you feel small. They play victim, and they ignore your boundaries. Okay? And so that right there, like I said, those 20 things that I just named, if you know, or you dealing with a person that have at least 5 of those, that's 20 right there. That's your 20%. Anything more than that, you cutting inside that 80. Now, how far down do you cut inside that 80 before you have to say, hey, wait a minute, this is not a good deal? Now, these are going to be friends and coworkers and supervisors. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some close people. It's going to be some family members too. You know what I'm saying? Those traits that I just showed, that I just spoke to y'all, those will drain you if you're not paying attention to them. And in some cases, they simultaneously hit you all at the same time. Some of these right here, they hit you at the same time. So just imagine if you are already feeling low and then those same things are hitting you and you break through all of them. You break through all of them. You know how strong you will be by the end of that? This is why I tell y'all, pay attention to your energy. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to your energy, man, because those things right there that I just named, all of them, wasn't none of them going into the positive direction. It was aimed at taking and pulling away your energy so you could stay at a low vibration frequency, and then all this bad stuff just keep on happening. All this grieving and all this, you know, it gotta stop at some point in time. It gotta stop, you know. And again, for me, this right here was just my way of just looking at it. It's always just my way of looking at it. Again, it's my journey into trying to overcome certain things, because when, again, like I said, when you talking about keeping out the evil spirits and the people that had evil or no good intent for you, sometimes, in speaking about that right there, it'll come to you. You know what I'm saying? That stuff will come to you while you telling other people about it, and it's happening to you. Now you got to get yourself out of it. I'm telling you, it happens. I'm telling you, it happens. So when you're dealing with this stuff, you got to know the bad with the good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all good. It ain't all bad, but it ain't all good. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not. And so, especially when you know what you're dealing with, okay? Like I said, for the ones that's not in tune with spirit to you, those are going to be toxic people. Those 20 things that I just named, those are going to be toxic people to you. For those that are trying to connect with their spirit, and they know how to read their spirit, and they, you know, within the realms of their spirit, and they could see beyond toxic people, then you know that you're dealing with demons, because you realize that the spirit controls the human flesh. The spirit controls the human flesh. You realize that. The ones that's calling it toxic, some of them probably don't realize that, or they could just be saying that just to connect with the other people that don't realize that. Who knows? But one way or another, again, if this message is for you, it'll reach you. If it's for your ears, it'll be for you. You will listen. You will hear it. Trust me. Okay? So those were the things that I wanted to point out. Again, this right here is probably the shortest video. I don't know how long this video went, but it's probably one of the shorter videos I probably did. Probably, you know. Something happened last night. I'm going to get into that right there on my next video tomorrow, because I want to talk about this. I didn't want to mix the videos together for what I wanted to talk about, but something happened to me last night when I started talking about this, and it's going to be a reason why I want to get these 20 things up out of here so I can stop talking about this right here, and then I'm going to move on. But I'm going to discuss that right there with y'all on my next live tomorrow morning, okay, about what happened in that point. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to y'all about that tomorrow morning, about that. Because I want to get off of this right here realm of talking right here, because I don't like to be down here like that. So nonetheless, hey Uncle Ronnie on YouTube. Go over there, like, share, and subscribe. Hey Uncle Ronnie. Okay, y'all? I'm going to get with y'all later on. If not later on, then I'll get with y'all tomorrow. Y'all go back. Y'all can look at this video, because it's only going to be here for 30 days on this platform. And for the other platform, it's going to be there. You know. So, anywho, hey Uncle Ronnie, YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video.